I was recently looking for web design inspiration and came across this GitHub landing page. It's that SaaS style, just very custom looking design. And they actually are using some really cool tricks to make what seems like a very custom build rather straightforward to recreate. So in today's video, I want to dig into this design and some tips and tricks on how you can recreate something that feels really custom like this inside of a web builder like Squarespace. So just starting at the top with the hero section, we can see that there's this gradient background. And you might be thinking, oh gosh, maybe they used like CSS to do a custom radial gradient. Nope, it's just a background image with a picture of a gradient. So super straightforward. And then we have these cards here, and it's like, man, how did they recreate these cards? Is it like SVGs or something? Nope. It's just an image that they created, and then they're overlaying the text over the image, and you could just add some border radius to the images, get this nice card design. And then for something like these scrolling logos, if you're using Squarespace, I sell an animated scrolling logos plugin because there's no way to do this natively inside of Squarespace. But for 25 bucks, you can use it on unlimited sites and you can get this type of scrolling logos effect. And it has a setting if you want to do the fade out on the sides as well. So with just a little bit of code, we could recreate that scrolling logos carousel as well. And we just have some text blocks here. And then we have this custom section as well. And it's like, gosh, okay, so how are they recreating this design? Well, same thing. So they just created an image background and they're using that as the image card. Again, putting border radius on the image block. And then this is just an image as well. So it's an image on top of an image. And then down here, we have these very custom looking cards. Again, you might be thinking, gosh, some sort of CSS gradient. Nope, just a background image. So again, they're having this be a background image, putting border radius on it. Then this, they're using an SVG icon. So in Squarespace, you would do that inside of a code block, but it could very easily be an image icon as well. And then we have text here. This would just be text in a text block. And then this is, again, just an image that they've saved out as a PNG. And then same thing for this card as well. And then this testimonial section, again, pretty straightforward. So this would just be text inside of a text block. You could use a custom font to get this like very specific quotation mark style, or you could just do an image, which would be the easiest way to do it. And then this could just be a shape block with a border on it. And then down here, this section looks like very custom, but again, it's just an image. This is an image. And then we have text here. And then this could be a shape block with a border on it. We have text over the shape block, and then these would just be button blocks. For the add-on, the easiest way to do this would just be to save this as a PNG image and then overlay it kind of like half on and half off the shape block. I actually have a pricing table tutorial on my YouTube channel, so feel free to check that out if you're interested in recreating something that looks sort of similar to this. But then we have this really custom like background. So you might be wondering, how did they recreate that? By this point, you can probably guess it's just a background image. So they're doing a lot of the work up front to create these really cool graphics. And then it's super easy to implement them. It's just a background on the section. So in Squarespace, we would upload a banner image to get this effect. And then for this section, they have a little hover interaction here. And I would recreate this as a list section, and then use some custom CSS to add border radius to each card. So this would just be an image. We have our title, description, and then I would style the button as this sort of CTA. So this could be an auto layouts list section. And then here, very easy because Squarespace has an accordion block. So we could create this super easily. This would be very straightforward in Squarespace. And that's the whole landing page. So it seems really complex and custom, but actually they're just using some clever workarounds by creating the graphics ahead of time and then just uploading the images to the site. The reason that I wanted to create this video is because it can be like overwhelming if you see a very custom design, but if you break it down into its individual pieces or think a little bit differently, a little bit more creatively about how you could recreate it, you can create very custom looking sites inside of Squarespace. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, consider subscribing to the channel for more Squarespace customization videos like this in the future, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.